Hi guys, how are you? How is it going with you guys today? I'm doing great at the moment. Today we will read book No Excuses. Yeah, I really always procrastinate when I do something. I thinking a lot and I procrastinate a lot. So today I want to read No Excuses, the power of self-discipline. So no waste time, read immediately. hmm Super cool, right? So, what's in it for me? For me, for you, guys. Learn the power of self-discipline. Discipline. Uh, envision. Oh my God! In the first word, I don't understand what is it mean.
Envision.
Envision, yeah, envision living your life the way you want. Rich, powerful, have a lot of money. Engaging in activities you enjoy with the people you choose. Beautiful girls, lady girls, uh, musician, favorite celebrity. You, we all want the same things: financial security, personal fulfillment, long-term happiness, and more often than not, we know what we have to do to get these things. However, our lack of discipline and endless list of excuse
Excuses.
excuses, not excuses. However, our lack of discipline and endless list of excuses can get in the way. So, how can you overcome this? That's the question these blank list set out to answer. Whether you work for a company or run your own business, we've selected the most powerful techniques,
Techniques.
techniques that will help you stop living a life that's full of excuses. Excuses.
Excuses.
Excuses, 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 excuses. In these blinks, you'll learn what the 7-step method is, how to do a disaster report to conquer your fears, and what delayed gratification graphic, gratification can do for your financial freedom. Okay, cool, interesting. Come, we come up with key idea one: achieve success.
Success.
Success. Achieve success by learning from experts, professional, and accepting responsibility for your life. So, have you ever wondered how certain individuals,
Individuals.
how have you ever wondered how certain individuals thought, hmm,
Allotted.
allotted, thought, allotted no more time than most people manage to accumulate,
Accumulate.
accumulate, manage to accumulate vast,
Vast.
huge wealth and achieve great success. Have you ever wondered how certain individuals thought allotted no more time than most people managed to accumulate vast wealth and achieve great success. Well, is mostly a master of self-discipline. Discipline.
discipline,
Discipline. Self-discipline. Applied to the three fundamental areas of life: personal success, career, and overall happiness. You can do this too, and it's best to start by becoming disciplined about your personal success. A great way to do that is to learn from the experts in your field: computer science, businessman, doctor. Attend their conferences, conferences, read their books, attend their conferences, read their books, and listen to their podcast. Just consider the author's San Diego Pace dentist. He attended every dental conference he could. He attended every dental conference he could, and at a conference in Hong Kong, he learned a technique that transformed his career. At the conference, a Japanese dentist shared a pro- new
procedure,
procedure
procedure,
a new procedure that permanently improved the appearance of teeth. The artist dentist immediately began implementing this technique, and with a few years, clients from across the United States were booking treatment at his clinic. clinic
clinic,
clinic at his clinic. By the age of 55, he was known as a dentist and had earned enough money to retire. Is the is the thought of early retirement appealing to you? Well, then it's time to accept responsibility in your life. The author learned this the hard way. When he was 21, he worked in construction, earning just enough money to get by. He had no car, no savings, and lived in a teeny apartment. Then he had an
epiphany,
epiphany. Epiphany. He had to take responsibility and change his life. He had stopped blaming his problems on his childhood and lack of education. The very next day he began working harder. He also started by buying self-help books and dedicating his life to self-improvement. His conscious
conscious,
conscious conscious his conscious decision to no longer make excuse, excuses
excuses,
no longer make excuses or blame others played an important role in his future success. So the key idea one is achieve success by learning from another pupil around the world, professional, the pupil better than you. Learn from them and accepting responsibility for your life. You need to take responsibility for your life. What do? You need to take responsibility for it. Understand? So far, so good. So, key idea two: accomplish accomplish your goals your goals by adopting the 7 step method and following advice from successful people. So we have two more smart idea here in key idea that accomplish your goals by adopting 7 method in this key idea and following advice from successful builder. Yeah, yeah, you can, even you are doing really good right now, but maybe you need following advice from success. It's hard sticking it's hard sticking to New Year's resolution in January. You're de- you're dedicated. You're dedicated to whatever you've resolved to do. Be it taking a daily jog or quitting smoking. Come February, you find yourself skipping scheduled runs and sneaking for forbidden smokes.
Forbidden.
Forbidden smokes. So why can't we stick to the program? USA Today reported that in one study, a mer-
Mirror.
a mere, a mere, a mere, a mere 4% of participants followed through with their resolution. However, of those who did manage to stick to their resolution, 44% wrote the resolution down, committing your goals to paper. To paper makes it much lighter than you achieve them. The simple act of writing out what you want minimize distractions and focuses your energy in right areas areas
Areas.
areas to cash in one to cash in one to cash in one the power of the pen and paper. Use the 7 step method to achieve your goals. Step 1. Decide decide
Decide.
decide what you want and be specific. If you want to accumulate more wealth, decide on exactly how much money you want. Or if you want to lose weight, determine exactly how many pounds you wish
Shed.
to shed. Step 2. Write down your specific goal. Step 3. Set a date by which you think you could accomplish it. Be realistic. If it's a large goal, break it down to sub deadlines. Step 4. Write down a list of everything you could possibly
Possibly.
possibly to do to achieve your goal. This includes listing the obstacles that you'll face and the additional knowledge and skills you'll need to achieve it. Step 5. Prioritize.
Prioritize.
Step 5. Prioritize the most beneficial tasks and add them to your calendar. Your most important task should be completed first. Step 6. Start on your task right away. No procrastinate. Step 7. Do something every day that helps you achieve your goal. If you want to muscle bigger, gain weight, push up 100 push up every day. If you couldn't do it, 50. If you couldn't do it, 30. But remember, do it every day. That helps you achieve your goal. Understand? Quite easy to know. In addition to employing the 7 step method, ask for advice on how to achieve your goals more quickly. Yeah, ask professional, ask another people are better than you about how to achieve your goals more quickly. To demonstrate the effectiveness of seeking advice, consider the story of Bob Renter, one of the author's seminar.
Seminar.
Seminar. The author's seminar attended. Attended. Bob wanted to get ahead. Bob wanted to get ahead in his career. He paid close attention to how the senior salesperson at his company talked and dressed and made a conscious effort to imitate them. 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 This helped, but it wasn't until he asked, he asked one of top sales per pupil to recommend a book that he really started to see results. They were
Flattered.
they were flattered that he asked them and continued to recommend more books and audio programs by disciplining
Disciplining.
disciplining himself to read and listen to them. Bob became the best salesperson in the office. So the key message, the core idea of the second key idea too is accomplish your goals by adopting 7 step method. Know your goal, writing your goal, spell your goal, put a deadline for your goal, and uh, yeah, have a lot of things like obstacles and the knowledge you need to learn if you want to achieve that goal. Yeah, understand and step method and following advice from successful people. Yeah, you can imitate that pupil, but it's better by asking them. Okay, it's so far so good. Conquer, conquer,
Conquer.
conquer your fears by facing them immediately and conquer your fears by facing them immediately and by completing the disaster report. Is is your fear or failure? Failure.
Failure to thrive.
Is your fear of failure like not earning enough money or losing what cash you do have? Yeah, a lot. I fear a lot about that. Holding your back from reaching your potential. If so, don't fret.
Fret.
Don't fret. Such fears aren't hardwired into our brains. They're learned during life, which means that with a little willpower, they can be unlearned. An effective
Aid.
An effective aid, an effective, an effective aid to overcoming your fears is the disaster report,
Comprised.
comprised, which is comprised of four steps. Step one: describe your fear clearly. Let me say, describe my fear clearly. At the moment, I don't feel fear. I'm so confident with myself. I'm better than everyone. Step 2: determine the worst case scenario. Are you holding back from investing because you're afraid that you'll lose all your money in the progress? When you confront when you confront your fears, they gradually
Gradually.
when you confront
Confront.
confront when you confront when you confront
Confront.
confront when you confront your fears, they gradually become manageable instead of dominating your thoughts and feelings. Step 3: find solution for the worst case scenario. For example, say you did
Loose.
lose. Say you did lose money in the progress. Big deal. You can always find a job and earn it back. Really? Serious? Fear often stems from an unwillingness to consider the worst possible outcome. So it really does help to confront, 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 confront,
Confront.
confront it. Step 4: do everything in your power to ensure the worst case scenario doesn't play out. Not only will you be so busy, oh my god, distraction, interruption about like notification. I will cancel every social media. Confront,
Confront.
confront. Step 4: do everything in your power to ensure the worst case scenario doesn't play out. Not only will you be so busy making sure that the worst thing doesn't happen, you also won't have any time to worry. Another way to overcome your fears is to train yourself to deal with them straight away. For instance, one of the other seminar participants was unhappy at work because her boss kept crit-
Criticizing.
criticizing, and criticizing,
Belittling.
belittling, criticizing, and belittling,
Belittling. Criticizing.
criticizing, and belittling her, even though her was a top employee. It's no wonder that she slowly become afraid of interacting with her boss. After receiving advice from the author, however, she knew how to deal with the situation. The next time her b- boss
Berated.
berated her, she repeated what the author had advised her to say. Please don't talk to me like that. I appreciate I'd appreciate being spoke to differently when my feelings are hurt. I can't focus on my work or do as good of a job. How did her boss react? Well, he apologized and never unfairly
criticized,
criticized her again. From that point one on, she no longer resented her boss or her job. So far, so good. Whether you're whether you are self-employed or work for a company, self-discipline is crucial to success. Did you know that 80% of global wealth is owned by 20% of the global population? Uh, oh, did you know that 80% of global wealth is owned by just 20% of the global population? Fortunately, in Western countries such as the United States, there are highly income mobility
mobility,
mobility. That means it's possible to move from the lower income brackets to the higher one through hard work. So if you work for a company, you should you should do your best and whatever work your boss delegates to you. This is what the author
sought,
sought. Short. This is what the author sought to do when he worked at a property development company. He would ask his boss for more responsibility and discipline himself to complete the task as quickly as and as well as he could. This earned him a reputation as the go-to guy. His boss once asked him to go to Reno to start developing the property of a company they'd bought. But instead of flying out within a couple of weeks, as suggested, the author booked a flight for the next day. He immediately met with the lawyer and engineer, eventually discovering that the property had no access to water and could not be developed. He, he
terminated,
terminated the contract, which would which would otherwise have ended up costing his company 2 million. His boss was impressed, and within a year, the author was promoted, managing 42 employees in the company. Now, if you have your own if you have your own business, you'll also need to work hard if you want to achieve your goals. Bear in mind that the average business owner works 59 hours every week. This requires willpower and constant improvement. So to help you and your business succeed,
succeed,
succeed, try use the CANEI formula, which stands for continuous and never-ending improvement. This is how it works when you start a new business. One of the first things you do is write up a business a business plan 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 detailing your target market, pricing, strategies, and so on. But this business plan isn't set in stone, regardless of how successfully your business is performing today. It's crucial that you continuously improve it. Indeed, you should
Revise.
revise and update it on a yearly basis to keep up with your competition and customers need. You need to keep in mind that running a successful, constantly improving business requires months or even years of working long hours. So, key identify reach financial freedom via the one the 1% formula and conquer procrastination with the ABCDE method. Imagine a life of complete financial freedom. You live off the interest from your savings, spending all your time traveling and engaging in your favorite activities. Sounds dreamy. Why? I love it. The good things is this goal is achievable if you're willing to apply certain tools. First, the first step toward financial freedom is practicing delayed gratification.
Gratification.
Delay gratification. Delay it. You not good at all. You need to continue. Delay gratification. And the 1% formula is here to help you do just that. Simply force yourself to start saving 1% of your income and discipline yourself to live off the remaining 99%. So, say you earn 3,000 per month. 1% is just 330. And if you're like most people who live paycheck to paycheck, if you're like most people who live paycheck to paycheck or have accumulated a large amount of debt, the 1% formula is still a realistic goal. As soon as you learn to start living off the remaining 99%, you can increase your saving ratio to 2% and so on each month. You'll change yourself to consciously spend less and save more. And as you move toward financial independence, you can even pay off any debt and you have and begin to attract more wealth, attract more wealth. Then you must overcome procrastination by applying the ABCDE method of prioritizing. To start doing this, you need to write out a list of all the tasks you have to complete at the beginning of each day, then prioritize them by following the ABCD method. The only rule is that you shouldn't complete a lower value task before completing all the higher value tasks first. It takes a great deal of discipline to choose your most important tasks and start on them immediately, but the following steps will assist in instant doubling your productivity and earning. Under A, list your must-do tasks, those that hold major consequences if uncompleted. Under B, write under under A, list your must-do tasks, those that hold major consequences if uncompleted. So under B, write your should-do tasks which have
mild,
mild, milder consequences if uncompleted. C tasks are nice to do activities which have no consequences if uncompleted. D tasks should be delegated to others so you can focus on the more important jobs. And lastly, E tasks aren't essential to your goals and should be eliminated. Live a healthier life by getting into the habit of ex- 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 exercising,
exercising,
and avoiding the three Y's in your diet. These days, people are living longer than ever before, and there's no reason you shouldn't live a long and meaningful life too. The big question, the big question is how to do this. One of the key ingredients is having a healthy lifestyle, and that means eating well and exercising. You can take control your weight by following the author's Thinking Big Weight Loss Program, which is centered around avoiding the three Y's: sugar, salt, and flour. Really? Sugar, salt, and flour? First, you should eliminate all sugars from your diet. No sugar? Seriously? That means no sugar desserts, no soft drinking, and no more sugar in your morning coffee. Really? Why it's hard like that? I love sweet. I cannot live without sweet. Serious sugars? Does it really harmful our body? This should help you save off 1 pound per day and push your energy level. Next, for permanent weight loss, you should stop adding salt to your meals. And lastly, eliminate white flour products such as breads,
pastries,
and pasta from your diet. It really doesn't work. Just 6 months after starting the Thinking Big program, a 32 years old man from Florida who had been struggling to lose weight managed to drop 22 pounds. Not only did he look different, he also felt happier and more confident and attracted more dates than ever before. On top of eating healthy, you should realize that it's never too late to starting exercising. The perfect example of this is a 68 years old woman who lived in a senior citizens home. She'd never really been into exercise, but then he watched an interview featuring marathon runners her age. Right then and there, she decided that she also wanted to complete a marathon. The very next day, she bought running shoes, invested in running books, and started working around her local neighborhood. At the end of the first year, she was able to complete a mini marathon, and by the time she reached 75, she'd finished 50-mile cross country marathons. 75 years old and can finish 50-mile cross country marathons. It's impossible. Impossible. Key ID 7. Improve your personal relationships by making more time for your family and practice forgiveness. Yeah, we need to do it. When you become parent, your children become your priority, but can you guess one of biggest requests expressed by parents? That they didn't spend enough time with their children when they were young. However, you have the power to cut back and get rid of other commitments that get in the way of your becoming the best parent possible. Start by making a decision today to spend more time with your family. Just consider one of the author's friends, a man who used to play golf 5 days per week and who took frequently golfing holidays in the winter. Even after getting married and having 4 kids, he continued to play golf several times a week. As you can imagine, his wife wasn't happy with his lack of family commitment, and she confronted
confronted,
confronted him about it. Consequently, he made a conscious decision to be respond and reduce his golfing to once a week. This decision not only made him a better father and husband, it made him happier too. One the path to happiness, you also need to learn to forgive others. This is perhaps most common when people harbor resentment toward their parents for something they did many decades ago. Such people complain about their childhood experience and use them as an excuse for their failures. The only way you can reach peace of mind is through the discipline of forgiveness. By developing the habit of forgiving those who have hurt you in the past, you free yourself from the emotion
baggage,
baggage that holds you back from happiness. Finally, summary. Oh my god, we're almost done. The key message in this book: you should always strive to learn more in your chosen field. This includes reading books, listening to podcasts, and attending seminars by experts. Don't waste your time with shortcuts. Achieving your goals requires great self-discipline and hard work, as well as dealing with your fears as they arise. Do this and you can achieve financial freedom and more overall happiness. Actionable advice: invest 3% of your income in yourself. According to American Society for Training and Developing, 3% is the percent that profitable companies invest in their employees' self-developed. If you make 50,000 every year, decided to put at least 1,500 toward improving your knowledge and skills. Oh, so invest 3% in your income in yourself, not saving in yourself. to improving your knowledge and skills, it'll pay off in the long run. Good. We also done. Oh my god, it's super cool. It's super cool. So, yeah, nice to meet you guys. Thank you for watching my uh my niche. Thank you. If you interesting with my content, you can subscribe. And yeah, if you don't need to subscribe, I do it for my hobbies. Like I love it. It's improved me a lot. Nice to meet you guys. Have a good day. See you later. Bye bye.